Hello students, once again you're welcome to this course, and today we're looking at chapter 7 part 6. This is called troubleshooting the router interface. Okay, so here we'll be looking at how to troubleshoot router interface. Okay, without much ado, let's begin. Now, in order to troubleshoot router interface, one of the thing we do, it's just one thing we know we do in order to show the configuration, the router configuration and the router interfaces. So this section we're going to examine how we use the router commands, or the type of router command that we use for troubleshooting and isolating problems. Okay, the router command that we use for troubleshooting and isolating problems that we might have during the router configuration or during the router interfaces. Now, this simple command that we type to show is the show IP interface brief. You know, you write router hashtag show IP interface brief. So this simple command is used for troubleshooting routers, whether be their interfaces or be it their any problem that arises in the router configuration and any problem in their interfaces. Once you write router hashtag show IP interface brief, then this short thing will bring everything that you need. Okay, let's get a pen. Let's get a color for this pen. Okay, this short route. You know, normally you write router whatever hashtag show IP interface brief. Once you type this command on the router interface, the command line interface of the router in the privilege mode, and then it will run everything on the router for you and also show you the problems, if there is any problem that may occur during the configuration or after the configuration. So let's quickly take a look at how this plays out. So the first thing we do is to check the status of the interfaces and then verify that the interfaces are okay, they are attached to other networking devices on the network. And to do that is just to use the show IP interface brief command. You type the show IP interface brief command, this command. You just type this. Okay, show IP interface brief. Once you type this command on the interface, then it will pop up. It will bring all the interfaces that you have on the router, and whether they're working, they're up or down, all of this will be displayed. The Cisco IOS command show IP interface brief is one of the most commonly used troubleshooting router commands that we have. Okay, so whenever we are troubleshooting the Cisco iOS, that's Internet Networking Operating System of Cisco devices, we just type this command show IP interface brief. Once we put this there, then it shows us, displays all the interfaces and all the everything on the router with the connectivity that it has, and then we'll be able to see which problem is there, and we'll solve the problem once we know what the problem is. Now, the command show IP interface brief provides a quick look at the information about the interfaces such as what. And let's itemize some of the things on the interfaces that this can show. First, it shows you all the interfaces that you have on your router. Okay, first, all the interfaces. The type of interface you can have Ethernet. The Ethernet is the interface is the 10 megabit per second speed. There you have the fast Ethernet, which is 100 megabit per second speed. The gigabit Ethernet, which is 1000 megabit per second, or 1 gig per second. Then you have the serial, which is 2500, just 2500 bit per second, up to 4 megabit per second. Okay, so these are the available interfaces: the serial interface, the gigabit per second fast Ethernet, and Ethernet. So these are the available interface usually you have on your router. And then another thing that this will display when you use the show IP interface brief. Once you write that command, once you type that command, then another thing you can see is the IP address. Okay, to display the IP address that is assigned to the interface. Okay, will be displayed. And then the OK indicates the interface is functioning. So the OK functionality is to indicate us to show whether the interface is functioning, is working properly. Okay, if an interface is not working properly, then this will not say yes, because the OK either give yes or no. Okay, then the method is how the interface was brought up, whether it was manual. Most of the time is manual. Okay, how the interface was set up, that's the method. Either it's manual or it's TFTP. Now the status is the showing the router's status, whether if the router is up working, it gives you up. If it's down, administratively down, it means the system administrator shut it down, shut that particular router or interface down. So to put it up is just to put no shut, no shut. Once you type that command, no shut, then the administratively down will return back to up. Then protocol display results. The display result for protocol differ from the Ethernet or the serial interfaces. For Ethernet, when you see the status is up for Ethernet, when the status is up, it indicates that the fast Ethernet, the Ethernet interface has been administratively brought back up. Has been administratively brought back up. That means it's working fine. The protocol up, this is for status up. So when status is up, it means that administrative interface has been brought back up. Now, if we say the protocol is up, it indicates that you are seeing the keep alive packets. Once the protocol is up, meaning you can see the packet on the network, the keep alive packets on the network. So keep alive indicates that the Ethernet interface is connected to another networking device like hub or switch or router on the network. So that's the meaning of keep alive. Keep alive is that your interface on this network is connected to any other networking device. So that's the meaning of keep alive. So a protocol status of down, if it indicates down, means that the Ethernet port is not physically connected to any another device on the network. Okay, so if the protocol is down, it means your interface you are currently is not connected to another device on the network. Okay, so we can fix this by turning it on. So this is not the same as the link integrity. This is different from link integrity pulse that activates the link light. The link integrity pulse is different from this. Now the link integrity pulse does not send out a small Ethernet packet. Keep alive sends out a small Ethernet packet. So this is one of their differences. Now here is the status up. If status up, once you type router, whatever, router A hashtag show IP interface brief. Once you type that command, show IP interface brief, when the status is up, it means that the interface has been administratively turned on. The interface has been administratively turned on. Now take a look at running this on the system. We type this command, show IP interface brief. So you see your interface, it runs down all the interface on the router. We have the fast Ethernet one, this slot, this first 0 is slot, and this is port, slot 0, port 0, fast Ethernet, slot 0, port 1, fast Ethernet, slot 0, port 2, and then you have the serial 0, serial slot 0, port 0, serial 0, serial slot 0, port 1. So these are all the interfaces on this router, on this particular router. You can see all the interfaces are displayed. Once you type this command for troubleshooting, it will show you what you have. First, for the interfaces. Okay, these are all the interfaces on the router. Then the next one is the IP address. For each of the interface, they have their own unique IP address. For each of the interfaces, they have their own unique IP address. Excuse me. Okay, for each of the interfaces, they have their own unique IP address. Okay, now take a look at it. For each one, for this one, this is the IP address 10.10.20.250, 10.10.200.1, 10.10.100.1, 10.10.128.1, 10.10.64.1. So these are their IP addresses. Okay, then look at the okay kind of yes, 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 yes means everything is okay. All of this, the the IP is okay, everything is okay, the status is okay, everything is good. Method manual, 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 manual. Then status up, 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 meaning everything is up and fine and working. Status up means that the interface have been administratively turned on. All the interfaces are turned on, they're working. All the interface you can send and receive anything within these gateways, so they are working. The protocol means you can see another device on the network. Okay, protocol is up means you can see any other connected device on the network. Okay, so this is when once you write this show IP interface brief command on your system, on your router, and then everything turns out like this, it means everything on the router is working. Nothing is not working. Now let's take a look at when something is lost. Lost Ethernet link. Let's take a look at that. Whenever a link is lost, it will show the display show this one. These two odd line proto 5 up down line protocol on interface fast Ethernet 0/0 change state to down. You see, this is where the designation is. This is where the designation is. You see, change. It has told you there the interface fast Ethernet 0/0. This is the particular interface that has changed the state to down. This interface is down. Okay, means other status you go to see that is down. Other status is going to see that is down. Now let's see what will be displayed when there's anything lost. Look at it. This only this interface. Remember, fast Ethernet 0/0. The IP address is there. Is yes. Manual setup status is okay, but the protocol is down. The protocol is down. It means you cannot see change state to down, meaning you cannot see any other device on the for this interface. You cannot see any other device on the network. Okay, sorry, this one. You cannot see any other device on there on that network. For this particular interface cannot see other internet networking devices that have been connected to the network. So we need to fix this. And what, like I said, show IP interface brief. This is how you write it. You have to say router what? Which router are you talking about their interfaces? Router A hashtag. You must put it in the privilege mode, like I said before. If there's no privilege mode, you cannot seal all this. All these results will not be displayed. This hashtag puts the router in a privilege mode. Okay, you say router A hashtag show IP interface brief. Once you type this command or your command line interface for the router, then it will display all this. Now here the protocol down means for this interface with this IP address, the setup was manual. It's okay. The interface is okay. The status is up. Only the protocol is down. It means you cannot see any other device on this. Not everything. Only this interface cannot see any other networking device or internet networking device on the network. So we need to put it up. So we've seen the problem. Now is to fix the problem. To fix the problem, you just need to reconnect the cable. Once you reconnect the cable, it will reestablish the link for the fast Ethernet. To reestablish the link for the fast Ethernet 0/0 interface. Okay? And once that is done, once you do that, then you type your router a hashtag show IP interface brief again. You see everything is now up. The only thing you do was to reconnect the cable. You take the cable, the router cable for that interface, and then you plug in again. Once you do that, because the cable is, it means it was not plugged properly, or it's already like not contacting very properly. So that's why the link, that protocol was down. You cannot see other networking devices on the network. So you just reconnect the cable, and once you do that, you establish the link for the fast Ethernet interface. And then you run your, once you do that, then you have to run this command again. Type router a hashtag show IP interface brief. Once you do that, it brings everything back. It runs everything out, and then now you can see all the status up and all the protocols up. Okay, everything is yes, and it means you're good. You're good. Okay, so now we've seen a problem, a protocol problem, and we fixed it. Okay, and using what this command to troubleshoot this problem. Okay, so this is one way of troubleshoot problem in a router. Now let's see another case. The router serial interface. Okay, the router serial interface. We've seen the router interfaces. Now we want to look at the serial interface. The router serial port have different. Okay, let me take this one up. The router serial port behave differently from the Ethernet, because the one we talked about with troubleshooter just now is the Ethernet interface. Now we want to look at the serial interface, how to troubleshoot, how to first of all troubleshoot and fix the problem. So the serial port behave a little bit differently from the Ethernet interfaces. So what I've demonstrated or shown just now is the Ethernet interfaces. Now for the serial, if the serial link is lost or disconnected, then the interface goes down and a prompt is sent to the cursor screen to show you a prompt to the cursor screen. And the prompt advises the administrator that this serial 0 interface has changed state to down, and that the line protocol for serial 0 is also down. So what you do is to type your normal command, right? Show IP interface brief command, and it will show you the status of the line protocol and everything. Now, once we do that, we will see it will tell you that it has changed state to down. See, once you write down, then this will come up. This whole thing, the link up, down, interface serial, this change state down, and then so there are two down here. See, it's telling you about this link, 3 up, down, interface serial 0, change state down. And then again went to tell you the line proto, this proto is for protocol. Okay, the line proto, this first one is for status, the link is for status. The line proto 5 up, down, link, change protocol on interface 0, change state down. So what this means is that this particular serial interface, interface 0, this particular one 0/0, okay, serial 0/0, all the Ethernets are working. You remember they didn't measure the Ethernet. Here they mentioned the serial 0. See, they're telling you the interface serial 0 is down, it's changed state down. Interface serial 0, change state down. And again here, take a look at it. Line protocol, it's talking about the protocol now. Line protocol serial 0, change state down. Line protocol serial 0, change state down. Meaning the serial 00, this one, both the status will be down and the protocol will be down. So this is how we use the router hashtag show IP interface brief, runs everything and tells us what is down. The Ethernets are up, they're working fine, but the serial interface, one of the serial, because we have two serial interface, serial 0/0 and serial 0/1. So see, it's telling you that serial 0/0, once you say serial 0, it's talking about 0/0. Okay, if you say serial 1, it means 0/1. So it's telling you that both the status is down, the line is down, and the protocol is down. Cannot see other device on the network. So what should we do? So what we do is to re-establish the serial connection. You know, your cabling. You re-establish the connection, and this will change the status back. And once you do that, the next is to run the router hashtag show IP interface brief. Run the command again. Once you run the command, Then you will see everything will be up. Your Ethernet, all your Ethernet interfaces are up. All your serial interfaces are up. Both their status and their protocol, they are up. So once you see this, then you know you fixed the problem. You've troubleshooted the problem. You fixed it. So you become a better system administrator, network administrator, if you can run troubleshoot routers. So you get it better and better by the day. Okay. Now there's also another thing we need to troubleshoot: the administratively down. Sometimes we have when we run our router a hashtag show IP interface brief, you see that instead of down, we see something like administratively down. When this happens, the term administratively down indicates that the router interface has been shut off. The interface has been shut off by the administrator. So it was the administrator, the system administrator, that either knowingly or unknowingly shut down the interface, the router interface. So once this is displayed, the status is telling you that it is administratively down. It means that the system administrator either knowingly or unknowingly shut down the status. So what we need to do is to write a command, a small command, show interface. So if one would like to examine an interface more in details, the command show interface will be used when something is administratively down. Or no shutdown command will be used by the administrator to correct this problem. Okay, will be more suitable for use. Now this command gives details information of all the interfaces belonging to the router. Okay, not only does the command shows the status of the interface, fast Ethernet 0/0, it will also display the statistical information regarding the interface. Okay, like the input, the output rate, the bit, the speed, all of this, the packets per second, how many packets per second is being broadcasted, the broadcasted packets, as well as the error packets, all of this. So this show interface will show all of this. Okay. So the show interface or no shutdown, by typing no shutdown, it will show us everything that we need to see. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this section, chapter 7, lecture 6. Thank you.